What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? I know we just tapping in, man. Raw just ended about an hour ago. Yeah, just ended about an hour ago. So we up in here, man. We up in here. Had a real good show tonight. Personally, this was a solid show. I do think we could have had a better main event, but I'm not gonna complain too much. Got to see Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky go at it. Can't be too mad at that. Can't be too mad at that. I personally think, in regards to just free thoughts right now, in regards to what happened on Raw, Iyo Sky is a star. Iyo Sky is amazing in the ring. I think she definitely deserved to win the match tonight. And I think her winning was a pleasant surprise. A surprise a lot of people probably didn't expect going into it. But I mean, it's a good it's a good little teaser, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought we was gonna get Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And it don't seem like we're gonna get that. At this point, the best we can really hope for is Rhea Ripley, Iyo Sky, and Bianca Belair in a triple threat. I don't want a triple threat. Oh, what's good, Joseph? You said, damn, you missed it. You like watching WWE too, fam? Yeah, man, I be liking WWE, Joseph, bruh. But yeah, man, Iyo defeated Rhea Ripley tonight. Bianca was in the crowd. If they do Bianca versus Iyo, it's gonna be a great match. I don't know the type of build they're gonna do for it though. That's the only thing with that, personally. Cause that Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, that's gonna be like, that's box office right there. Iyo is great though, but damn, tonight match really showed that Rhea Ripley, she need to wrestle more. They got to start defending the belts more often. Cause Iyo was sharp up in there. Bianca's is always sharp up in there. Rhea don't wrestle enough. She be wrestling like once every 3-4 months on a big card or something. She was messing up a lot tonight. Iyo was carrying the match, man. And compared to what we saw at the Elimination Chamber, bro, like shit, them women up in there, they getting it. Like you got to keep up with it. So the whole Rhea Ripley thing, bro, she gotta get her shit together, man, because she ain't look too good tonight. Bianca, I think at this point is gonna beat Iyo if they do that one-on-one match at WrestleMania. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a triple threat and Rhea wins it back. Personally, I think Rhea Ripley needs to take some time away from the belt because she always got it. Let some other women get it right quick because it's a lot of other stories that can be told if somebody else has that belt. And personally, the women's division needs to breathe a little bit. Bianca Belair win the championship at WrestleMania. From there, we can get a whole bunch of stories. The story I'm most worried about is the damn Jade Cargill story. That story got me intrigued, bro. Joseph, who your favorite wrestlers are, bro? Who you like the most? Because that Elimination Chamber, Jade coming out, whooping up on Naomi, they got me excited, man. Jade is, like I said, Jade is my favorite women's wrestler right now. So it's a lot that could be done with that. I personally think Bianca Belair still has something to do with that. So we're gonna see, man. Let me see. Let me drop this link right quick. I'm gonna drop it on my Twitter. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. If you're coming through, man, hit a like. Drop a like for your boy, man. Trying to get into the WWE content, man. Appreciate everybody sliding through. Let me drop this link on my Twitter. Let everybody know I'm online. Because Twitter do not send out my stuff if it's not about football or boxing. think the matches tonight, beyond the main event, it was straight. The Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser segment was cool. I think we gotta do something about the tag division though. The tag team division is trash, bro. The War Raiders, they solid, but it's just it ain't no storyline to it. They just up in there fighting the fight. It's just show filler at this point. You gotta have better than show filler. You gotta have some intriguing storylines, bro. Wrestling ain't just about what's happening in the ring. It's about what's happening to lead up to that match. So we got to see. Let me see one thing. Let me drop this link real quick, y'all. All right. So, back to the action. What does Iyo Sky mean? What does her win over Rhea Ripley mean tonight? To me personally, what this means that they're not gonna pull the trigger and waste Bianca and Rhea this year. Triple H noticed that, in essence, they have no bill for it. They have no reason to try to force it. They have no reason to try to push it right now. It's just not worth doing at this point. A match of that level needs a proper build. It needs a build that is not going to be a damn month and a half. It needs some much needed TLC. That's a main event level type of match. That's the match they've been building towards, and you have to constantly show that these are the two top women up in the division. So it's something that you can't just rush. It'd have been crazy to try to rush that for WrestleMania season at this point, already so late in the game. I do think it's gonna be a triple threat though. A triple threat match with Rhea Ripley, Iyo Sky, Bianca Belair does seem to be the plan for WrestleMania. It'll be interesting to see if they go about doing it that way, but who knows? My whole thing is we don't need a triple threat. Even at this point, I think that's a wasted slot. They could try to run that as a main event level match if they try to do a triple threat, but I think personally, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather have it be Bianca, Iyo Sky. I'd rather have it be hell, they might do Liv and Rhea again. Nobody wants to see Liv and Rhea again per se one-on-one, but if Rhea could get up in that match as a triple threat, why not Liv? Why not Iyo, Bianca, and Liv, and have Rhea do something different? But I don't know though. It's a lot of options right now. And truthfully, it's a lot of ways they could take this. Because honestly, Rhea not having a belt is a great opportunity for Rhea to finally grow character-wise. Because honestly, Rhea has not shown any growth as a character. She's been very stale, very boring. And at this point, I don't know, man. Rhea's booking has been so bad, it's kind of messed up the entire division. It's allowed the whole division to be dominated by one woman in a way that's not even helpful to build up other talent. It's one thing to actually allow other women to lose. In the process, you can also build people up. But at the same time, if you're just literally feeding women to Rhea Ripley and nobody else getting built up in the process, then what's the point? What's the point of doing it? We got to look at these things from a different lens, from a different perspective. How can the division grow with you being at the top? Your star is going to grow, but how can the division also have some health and flourish? And at that point, Rhea Ripley has not been doing that whatsoever. So it's a good call to take the belt off of her. One thing that got me thinking though, if Iyo Sky, well, not if, since Iyo Sky won, why did they take the belt off Liv? Okay, if they just wanted to do Iyo versus Bianca, as in a face versus face matchup in essence, and you just want to do a one-on-one intriguing match, Bianca versus whoever, why take the belt off Liv when Liv is more popular, more over, and as we've seen, has amazing in-ring chemistry with Bianca. I mean, Iyo and Bianca have great chemistry too. Don't get me wrong, but Iyo isn't the name that Liv is. I feel like Liv would probably been a safer bet if we were just going to go for like star power without having Rhea Ripley involved in it. That's the only thing in my opinion. Because at this point, it's quite obvious Bianca Belair is going to win the belt at WrestleMania. Does she switch to Raw though? That's the next question. Does Bianca Belair go to Raw? I don't know if she goes to Raw. If she goes to Raw, that also must mean Rhea Ripley is coming to SmackDown. And at that point, is it even worth allowing Rhea Ripley to come to SmackDown? Because if they're going to book her to run through the whole division, that's not going to be good for the division on SmackDown. SmackDown has a very, very healthy women's division. And truthfully, they don't need Rhea Ripley coming over there and just boss hogging the whole division. Jade's storyline with Naomi's coming up. Charlotte just came back. Tiffany's young. You got Nia, Candice LeRae. You got a lot of women over there that are doing their thing, developing. They got other storylines that can be pushed. Rhea coming over there, becoming the center of attention and making it all about her, will not be doing a good job. It'll be doing a disservice to all them other women. So I think at that point, you got to look at something different. You got to look at maybe Bianca may win the belt. Or honestly, Iyo may beat Bianca. And eventually maybe Rhea can go down, face Lyra Valkyria, try to elevate the Intercontinental title. Do something like that. And then at SummerSlam, maybe Rhea kind of win the belt back. Because Rhea right now, she just needs to be able to take a step back and then grow as a person, right? Rhea's character, when she lost the belt and Liv was the champion, was just, I want the belt back and I'm still the best and I want the belt back. That's not really growth as a character. That's not really improving or expanding upon what you're actually doing as a wrestler. So I think that's the only problem with Rhea Ripley's character at that point. She shows zero growth. Zero growth. And at that point, if you don't show growth, your character becomes boring and still. And at that point, you can't be the face of the division if your character is boring and still. Like, fans are only going to be mesmerized by how you look for so long. But eventually, you got to be great at your job. So this is a great opportunity for Rhea Ripley to actually take a step back, humble herself, grow, and do some good character work. But if she refuses to grow, refuses to improve, refuses to acknowledge her faults, acknowledge where she faltered, she's going to be in for it, and it's not going to be pretty for her. Because I think what Bianca Belair did this year that was so genius, she went to the tag division, put in some crazy work in the tag team division, elevated those titles, were almost the tag division, the tag team championships last week, when they were being defended, almost felt as important, if not more important, than the women's world title that was defended on Raw tonight. That match with Naomi, Bianca, Liv, and Raquel felt like a PLE level main event, how it was touted, the type of star power in that match. That's because those women put that work in. Rhea and Iyo, in essence, tonight, I mean, the match to me was okay. To be honest with you, I thought it was kind of mid. The match was kind of mid. I think Rhea was very rusty. She had a bunch of botches. The botches are not nice. They're not good to see. Iyo was trying her best to carry the match, but it just showed like, how is this the main belt, the most prestigious belt in the women's division currently, when the champion wrestling, when she wrestles, the match is iron grid because she's not wrestling enough. It's all problematic, and it's all an issue if that woman also is the face of your division. So at this point, something had to give with Rhea Ripley. And that giving should seriously just be her going working the mid card scene, her working in the tag team, or her having a great storyline, overcoming herself, overcoming her own flaws and issues. Because at this point, there has to be more to Rhea Ripley because it's not getting it done right now, in my opinion. So, one thing people were expecting tonight was that Jade Cargill potentially could be attacking Bianca Belair. I mean, personally, I think Bianca looked a little nervous at ringside. Bianca and her nervousness was interesting. She definitely seemed like she didn't care about Naomi tonight, which is interesting. Naomi is in the hospital and Bianca Belair does not care whatsoever. Similar, similar energy she gave in regards to Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair seems to be going for a heel type of persona because clearly she's in it for herself. She is not worried about her teammates. She's not worried about her co-workers. She's not in this to grow as a team. She wants her own personal accolades, and that'll be a crazy heel turn when that happens. Start the show off too. CM Punk. Shout out to CM Punk. CM Punk had an amazing segment and promo to start the show off, man. That was one of the best freaking promos that I've heard in a while. The fact that CM Punk is able to actually keep it that real, man. You gotta respect CM Punk. Cause CM Punk, man, CM Punk's gonna be the one to tell you like it is, man. It's not too many wrestlers that have the ability that CM Punk has on the mic. I think his jokes about The Rock, John Cena were spot on. Hey, it's cool that they let him say say what he wants to say about them, because honestly, a lot of big stars like them, Cena and The Rock, they wouldn't allow people to talk about them like that. But Punk got that pass, and he did a great job with it. Cutting a scathing promo on Seth. People always get Seth with the whole Becky Lynch line. That's like an easy way to get at Seth. But that after that, man, that brawl they had was pretty epic. And it just raised the question, like, Punk versus Seth. How they're building it up. Their feud has so much rivalry and intrigue within it. Where does Roman Reigns fit within that? Does Roman Reigns just sit back WrestleMania? Does Roman Reigns even work WrestleMania? Because at this point, Roman Reigns is going to be a third wheel to the Seth and Punk feud. The Seth and Punk feud is going to take precedent over whatever Roman wants to do. Now, of course, he comes back. Everybody will be excited. But honestly, it'll be as though they're trying to force him into a Punk and Seth feud. They don't need that. I think Roman Reigns obviously is a huge star. And at this point, I would like to see Roman Reigns in a different feud. I don't want him a part of the build for Punk and Seth. The Punk and Seth, literally, we can have them fight every week, promo battle every week, and it'll never be too boring because they got that type of smoke and heat for each other. So at this point, it'll be something nice to see if they just give us Punk and Seth Rollins again. They're getting it, well, rather we're getting it in Madison Square Garden next week, Hell in a Cell. That'll be the second time. I assume Seth wins. It'll be cool if they give us the third and final battle of them at WrestleMania. Because honestly, that feud is so good. You can run it 4, 5, 6 times, however many times you want. But CM Punk and Seth Rollins, the first time was great. The second time in the Hell in a Cell would be great. I wonder if they do a strap match for the third time to break the tie. Do they do a no holds barred match? Do they do an unsanctioned match? Something to that effect to spice up the rivalry for that third time. Because truthfully, Seth Rollins and CM Punk have great in-ring chemistry. They have great promo chemistry. It's clear as day that they have some type of beef in real life. Though they probably talked it out and maybe have some type of peace of mind about it, it's clear as day that it's something still that exists there, or a place that they can tap into to take their rivalry to another level. And I think that's a beautiful feud. I really don't want Roman Reigns getting involved in that because I feel like Seth and Roman Reigns has a whole history and lore to that rivalry already. You don't need him forced within the CM Punk and Seth Rollins feud. And then obviously, if Roman Reigns and CM Punk feuded, you don't need Seth Rollins involved because Punk and Roman are the second and third biggest guys in the company behind Cody. So you don't need Seth being the third wheel. So at that point, it's like, hey, what are we doing here? Let's go ahead and let's just do Seth and let's do CM Punk again. Give them their due. Give them just the opportunity to just have that great promo segment themselves. Have that cook off. And then just keep on building from there. I mean, I think Mania is going to be a fun thing. I know me personally, I've been able to just see so very much of what they could potentially do. The potential for WrestleMania. The Rock coming back took it to another level. John Cena obviously turning heel took it to another level. It's something interesting, truly. And honestly, man, it's like, wow. At this point, what else could we do? What else could we see for this Mania build? Will somebody else turn? Will somebody else be able to sell out to The Rock? Take his offer? That'll be something fun to see. Because I feel like the more fingers The Rock holds up, he had 3 at first, and they said that's the John Cena sign. And then he put up 2. People are speculating that's LA Knight. That'd be interesting if it's LA Knight. LA Knight becoming a heel. That's something that I couldn't foresee whatsoever. And that'd be something fun. That'd be very interesting to see if that happens. Those are the main takeaways for tonight. Obviously, too, Gunther versus Otis. Gunther versus Otis was like obviously a joke of a match from last week when Tozawa was brutally attacked by Gunther in their match. Otis came to his defense. Otis is a fun character, man, but Gunther is so elite on the mic. Gunther's an old school heel, bro. And the reason being, Gunther, I think at this point, is one of just the best characters in the WWE. His mic work is scathing. He has the aura. He has the intimidation factor. Gunther truly, no matter what you give him, he's going to give it his all. The type of jokes he was saying were kind of like borderline messed up, but that works for him as a heel, though. The actual match itself with him and Otis, though it wasn't long, it was actually a good match in my opinion. Gunther's just amazing in there. Otis is very athletic for his size. It was a nice finish. Obviously, Tozawa tried to interfere. Gunther quickly shut that down. Even powerbombed Tozawa on the OTs. And then after that, Jey Uso comes out. One thing about Jey Uso coming out that was interesting, though. The previous weeks, Jey Uso has stood tall against Gunther. People made comments about, hey, maybe we shouldn't let Jay Uso stand tall versus Gunther. It kind of looks bad for the babyface to be beating up the big bad guy when literally the bad guy is supposed to be the guy always winning. You're supposed to give the babyface something to work with, something to grow towards, something to overcome. But if the babyface is constantly beating the bad guy, at that point, that kind of cooks the storyline about Jay having to overcome so much. So tonight, Gunther did beat Jay. The lasting image of that promo segment was pretty much Gunther standing over Jay, Jay being on the floor, being KO'd from the submission. That's really, really good booking and great storytelling because Jay obviously is going with the angle that nobody believes in him. Nobody thinks he can do it. Everybody doubts him. He's doubting himself. Gunther doesn't respect him as a wrestler. So that's an interesting angle that they're trying to go towards. I think personally, it could work, truthfully. It could work and have really, really good success. And at that point, I think we'll have a really, really good Mania build. It's interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a fun build going forward. I would just hold out hope. I hope some way, somehow, CM Punk. CM Punk, please, please, please. Please be added. Imagine CM Punk included in the Jay Uso and Gunther storyline. Imagine if we can get CM Punk involved in that. We can figure out a way to just go about getting that belt put on CM Punk. Because I don't think CM Punk is going to come to SmackDown. It wouldn't make sense for him to come to SmackDown with Cody and Roman Reigns already on SmackDown, plus Raw on Netflix. Punk is going to stay on Raw and on Netflix. I don't want to have to wait till SummerSlam for CM Punk to get the title, though. So that's interesting. It's a lot to see, man. It's a lot. Good little show tonight. Braun Breaker had a nice segment as well with the Judgment Day. Braun Breaker is super, super legit. You gotta respect that. Seems like Raquel will be going for the Intercontinental title, and obviously too, Lyra Valkyria. I'm happy Lyra is actually defending the belt on screen. She needs more screen time. Every time I see Lyra Valkyria wrestle, she's putting on a good match tonight. Another good match with Ivy Nile. The match was good. Lyra really, really sold that the leg injury. Shout out to Lyra Valkyria for selling the leg injury. I hope she's not truly hurt. She took some crazy bumps this day, though. She took some bumps that were very, very, very scary to see. So I hope she's okay and she didn't really hurt herself. But the match was good. I think Ivy now really impressed me. She's much better in the ring than I anticipated. She's cool. I like the look. I like how good she is in the ring. She's very strong, very fast, athletic. And I think the Intercontinental title should serve as the workhorse title for the women's division. Especially because Rhea, she barely wrestles like once every 2 or 3 months. So the Intercontinental title needs to be the one that's shown every Raw, every other Raw. Let her put in a bunch of defenses, being some cool storylines, and being the one actively defended, because that way the women's division still has a chance at a belt. We're still seeing other storylines get played out. I think Lyra showed a lot of good work in the ring tonight. She's really, really good at selling. Ivy now and her have really, really good chemistry. And I think each and every time she's out in the ring right now, last week with Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria, like she's doing some crazy bumps, taking some crazy falls and spills. I like the aggressiveness. I love the toughness that the Intercontinental title for the women is showing right now. That seems to be like the dang near hardcore title for women. So they're going crazy, and I like Lyra quite a bit. She's really, really good in the ring. I'm looking forward to Roxanne. When Roxanne possibly becomes more active on the main roster. She had a great showing at Elimination Chamber. Freaking Roxanne and Lyra again for the Intercontinental Championship for women. That'll go crazy. That'll be something fun. And I think that'll be something that a lot of people can get behind, because they had a banger of a match literally on NXT, obviously, when live transition to the main roster. But it'd be fun, man. Great show tonight. Personally, I think it's a lot that can be gleaned from this. It was a good show. Um, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody for stopping in tonight. We'll only keep growing and keep going up from here. So I appreciate all the love, the support, guys. Any video ideas, drop them in the comments. Take a look at my channel. Love all the feedback. Love all the appreciation. Love. Thank you all again. We'll be going live. I'm trying to just do Monday nights after Raw. Saturday nights too after SmackDown. I know SmackDown's on Friday, but let's try to go Saturday nights. It's a good time for us to go live on Saturday nights. I may try going live on Wednesday again, recapping what happened. We still got a lot to talk about the John Cena heel turn, Cody Rhodes, what that means for him. It's a lot of good things, man. Women's division is on fire right now, too. Iyo beating Rhea really threw a big monkey wrench in WrestleMania plans. How can, like, they passed up Rhea and Iyo? Like, that's crazy to me. You know, but hey, they ran it tonight on Raw. The match was okay. I think the match could have been better. We're not getting Rhea Bianca, and if we're getting it, it may be a triple threat. So it's interesting. It's a lot to glean from tonight. I'll be dropping some more videos throughout the week. Let me know what you all think. Anybody stopping in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate the love and support, man. With that one, we're going to end tonight's live. This Raw review. See you all next time.